YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team, and this team is created by the World Champion of 2017 Ryota. We got an interesting Regigigas Weezing combination with Zacian and Calyrex. Calyrex is able to ignore the neutralizing gas, while Zacian could actually get like 2 boosts from its ability thanks to Weezing resetting it potentially. So it's a really cool combination. And then we got a rounded pair of Blastoise and Volcarona. I'm really excited to try out this team, and I've been seeing it a little bit, so really want to try it out myself. But if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And if you want to go check out the team in Ryota, I'll link them down below with a paste bin available in the description down below. But otherwise, let's get started and play some games. We have a Calyrex with Thundurus, Gastrodon, Groudon, Charizard, and Incineroar. Isn't this like the team that got top 4 in the VR circuit? I'm pretty sure it is. It's like Focus Sash on the Calyrex, which is kind of rough for this team. It does have like a lot of ability reliance though. So this is probably like a Regigigas Weezing game pretty easily. Yeah, it's probably a Regigigas Weezing game. I'd say probably back I would go with Calyrex and Zacian. Zacian's probably the best because it hits Incineroar. Yeah, I don't think Volcarona really comes out here. I think Volcarona comes into like really tough Zacian matchups, which we haven't really encountered with the team. And let's see how this goes, because this game will be a little bit tricky, I think, because it really just depends, because I have to break the Focus Sash on the Calyrex. That's the big part. If it's Psy Shock on the Calyrex, it doesn't knock out the Weezing, which is actually pretty big information right there. So this could be really nice. And also Wide Guard on the Gigas could be absolutely huge here. Like, Wide Guard's fantastic. Will-O-Wisp hitting the Groudon would be one of the best things that could happen here, because burning the Groudon, neutering its damage output. The Shuckleberry is actually going to come in handy in this match, I think, because the only Pokemon that could probably break through the Weezing is Groudon and Gastrodon. Maybe Charizard, but the solar power it's not going to have access to with the Weezing on the field. So I'd imagine we're in probably decent shape here. Let's see. Let us see. I'm hoping for some easy Regigigas sweeps. We're going to see Calyrex Thundurus lead. Okay. I don't mind this. Oh, wait. Aren't they Will-O-Wisp? They're Will-O-Wisp on this team. Okay. Is the Thundurus Lumberry? I actually don't remember if it's Lumberry. I kind of want to go for... I want to max Darkness here for sure. Max Darkness to the Sludge Bomb, I think. If this is Wisp Calyrex, they go for Wisp here. If they go for attacking a Weezing, that's bad. But the Protect from Weezing's so obvious here. I think I go for Sludge Bomb. Let's risk it. I feel like if you're going to lead Calyrex here with Wisp, you're going to go for it onto the Gigas slot. Because you know the Gigas is most likely Dynamaxing like most of the time here. So if I could catch this, that'd be amazing, because if I get rid of Calyrex, that means my Calyrex is way more opened up freely. So I do have to get rid of their Thundurus though, because they do have probably a Dark type move, I'd imagine. Yep, it's Wisp. Perfect. The Thundurus attacked here, so is it Fly? Wait, it's slower. Oh, wait, is this support Thundurus on this team? I get the Max Darkness into the Calyrex. Beautiful. Wait, why is the Thundurus slower though? Darkness. Taunt. It's support Thundurus on this team? Is that the original, or was it changed? Because I don't remember it being support Thundurus. Okay. Goodbye Calyrex. Eliminated. That's really good. Groudon might be a little bit tricky though. We have a Zacian though with Behemoth Blade. I think if I get some knockouts quickly, we should be good. Let's see who they bring out. Should be Groudon. I don't see Charizard coming out here. Yeah, Groudon comes out immediately. Makes sense. I want chip damage, because if it's Swords Dances, that's annoying. So yeah, we're going to max strike here. We're going to go for a Sludge Bomb into the Thundurus slot. They can't pick up a knockout in the Weezing unless they double up the Weezing with T-Bolt into Max Quake. But at least I get the Sludge Bomb into Thundurus, and I get the Max Strike into Groudon, which is pretty good. And it also uses up a turn of their Max, which it looks like they are going to max here. Okay. I do have a Shuckleberry. I do think they double up the Weezing, though, with a Thunderbolt into an attack here. So I guess maybe it was better to target the Thunder slot, but either way, I do not think this is that bad for me, actually, position-wise. Groudon comes out. I wish I could have got a Wisp off though in a Groudon. That was like part of my plan, but at least they can't Sword Stance. But they will have some boosts. I could burn this Groudon though. For Zacian endgame. And I might do that. I get a strike onto both. I get a Sludge Bomb into the -1 Thunderous because it took a max Darkness drop earlier. Decent chip. No poison. Why Thunder Wave? And never. Why wouldn't you T-Bolt there? They Quake into my Shucka. I mean, the only items Weezing really runs in the format are Shucka and Sash, so I don't get why you wouldn't T-Bolt. Maybe they expected swap? I don't know. I do not think that was worth it for them. Okay. Not sure about that one. Okay. So Groudon's taking some chip. I don't know if it's in Behemoth Blade range yet. Probably not. I'm going to go for a... I want to say it's Max Strike here. Definitely. But it's into which slot? I probably am faster than the Groudon if I get this thing to -2. I'm going to Max Strike its Sludge Bomb to Thunderous. Thunderous is going to swap, so somebody's taking a Max Strike and a Sludge Bomb, which is cool. A Gastrodon? I'll take free chip on it. Do I have to be careful of Gastrodon? Not really. I have Astral Barrage in the back. They are going to get a plus special attack. Not special attack. Special defense boost. What am I saying? It's late, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. I guess Sludge Bomb off. It's just Zacian looks really tough for them. I get the poison too. That's lucky, but I don't really need it. Yeah, and they Quake. I just don't get why you would T-Wave the Weezing. Like, was it a hard swap predict? But like, what am I swapping into that T-Bolt doesn't cover into Max Quake? Because I have no ground resist on the team. And if I swap out Weezing, that means Regigigas is useless. Which now, since it is gone, we do have to slow start active. Groudon is going to get the drought up, but I don't know. This seems pretty late for them. I do want to... let's see. Does Giga Impact knock out? No, Giga Impact no way knocks out the Gastrodon at this range. I can go on a Calyrex here, I think. I think Calyrex is pretty solid here. I throw off a Psyshock into Gastrodon, pick up the knockout. And then I have Wide Guard Regigigas next to my Zacian. And then I don't think the Groudon can touch my Zacian unless it has Tommy Tantrum or Fire Punch, which are pretty rare. Heat Crash doesn't do that much damage because Zacian's a heavy boy. So yeah, we just go for a Darkest Lariat here. And we go for a Psyshock. I could leave Storm, but there's Psyshock just picks up a knockout into Gastrodon, and I imagine Thunderous in the back, especially Modest. So yeah, as long as if they target my Giga slot, I mean, why would you ever target the Giga slot in this position? Like, I think you always target down to Calyrex because Calyrex is a more offensive threat than I think a burn slow start Gigas. Although when the slow start is over, I guess it could be a threat, but we'll see. Wide Guard could actually come in really clutch here, and it is my endgame plan. Goodbye Gastro, nice. And get the ability. Let's see. Groudon, do you pick up a knockout here? Arcacera does nothing. I take Life Orb chip. It maybe was worth it to reveal Wide Guard there. No, I want to save it as a surprise factor if I can. Calyrex survives barely. Nice. Okay. So Groudon isn't able to pick up a knockout here. Huge. And what's good is I can Wide Guard. I think I just spam Wide Guard at this point in Psyshock. Because unless the Groudon doesn't have a spread move, I just spam Wide Guard and wall the common Groudon set, which is Precipice Blaze, Rock Slide. And they usually run like Sword Stance. So yeah, let's go for the Wide Guard. Now let's go for the Psyshock on what's I'm assuming going to be a T-Wave into the Calyrex. As long as Calyrex should outspeed Thunder, so as long as we don't get double parried here, we should be okay. And even then, as long as the Groudon doesn't have a single target move, then we can have Zacian in, and then we just have to dodge getting 3 paras in a row, I guess. Although I don't know if Behemoth Blade knocks out Thunders at this range. I'd imagine it does, but if it doesn't, that's a little bit awkward. So Wide Guard is revealed. Now, Wide Guard on Regigigas is actually coming in here. Why? I know yours has Will-O-Wisp. But why wouldn't I just attack with a +1 Calyrex at this point? Why would you not T-Wave there? Was that a misclick? I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused right now. Okay, Thunderous goes down. They T-Waved my Weezing slot, and then it taunted my Calyrex, but I did have a reason to. I don't know. Thunderous, are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? And this game is over, though. I think even if they T-Waved again, they had to get triple paralysis. They would have to paralyze me that turn. They would have had to paralyze Calyrex again, because I'm pretty sure Calyrex outspeeds the Thunderous. And then with Choice Scarf, and then Side Shock would KO their Thunderous. So they would have to get a T-Bow KO, and then they have to get another full paralysis on my Zacian. So yeah, I think that was the only way they were able to come back in that set. But yeah, we are going to be able to keep clicking Side Shock here into the Groudon, as I'm assuming that it's just going to be stuck going for Precipice Blades or Swords Dance. We have a +2 Calyrex firing off Side Shocks. And yeah, they're going to Swords Dance, but this Gigas is this Gigas is the Guardian. It's preventing the Groudon from attacking my Calyrex. And like a castle and a rook. Wait, is that even the correct analogy in chess? I don't know. I do play a bit of chess, though. I have been playing a bit of chess puzzles recently. We are able to finish off the game, though. Solid. Overall, game plan kind of worked. I mean, I did open up the doors, I think. Like, I KO'd their Calyrex immediately. I got the first turn read right, and I think that was basically because of their team composition is like really similar. I don't remember the Thundurus being support on that team, though. I really thought it was offensive Defiant Thundurus. I really, or maybe I misremembered it, but I was like confident it was like Defiant Thundurus, but it ended up working out. I was able to pick up some knockouts into the Calyrex early, freed up my Calyrex a little bit. Sure, the Groudon was a little bit annoying, but like after Dynamax, the Wide Guard actually like came in really clutch, and I was able to like take care of everything around the Groudon slot. And while the Groudon was just like, I don't know, just wasting time against my Weezing, I still don't understand like what the Thundurus was doing in most of the game. If you currently enjoy the content you're watching and want to see more of it, make sure you check out my other YouTube channels, my second YouTube channel, my Eclipse channel, and of course, make sure you follow the action live on my Twitch channel. All links available in the description down below. All right, we have a... That's an interesting team. Corviknight, the Zacian, Regieleki, Landorus, Farian with Kyogre and the Urshifu. So this is some pretty interesting picks right here. I'd say, what are my best lead here? Probably Calyrex lead. Calyrex is really strong here. Blastoise maybe could put in some work. There's some pretty decent options I have. Regigigas, Weezing isn't that bad, but of course against Eleki plus the Zacian or Eleki Urshifu lead, I'm not that big a fan of it. I wonder what kind of Urshifu it is, because that's the big question. Because if it's Dark Urshifu, that means Calyrex lead isn't that good here, unfortunately. I kind of want to go... So if I want to say it's Eleki Urshifu lead, what would be my best lead here? Probably Zacian in a Volcarona? Oh, this is tough, because this doesn't look that great matchup-wise here. Actually, maybe it's Calyrex plus Volcarona, because maybe Scarf Calyrex can pick up the knockout into the Eleki, and then I could redirect the attack with Volcarona. That's probably like the biggest help here. So I'm going to have Zacian in the back, and I think I'm going to bring the Weezing. This could be tough though, because my Dynamax Pokemon, if I want to Dynamax a Pokemon, it'd probably be based off my lead. Because I don't think I'm Dynamaxing Weezing in this matchup. So maybe Blastoise was better. But Blastoise only hits a few Pokemon here. So I don't know what they want to max here. But I feel like Eleki Urshifu is a pretty strong lead. But it could be like Eleki Landorus. Eleki just works really well. Corviknight lead. That's really good for me, isn't it? That's really good for me. Okay. I do not mind this. I'm going to go for Astral Barrage and Heat Wave here. Yeah, I mean, that's just a really safe play, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go for Astral Barrage right off the bat, and I'm going to go for Heat Wave. I could Struggle Bug, but I just don't see a really big point. I want to get rid of Corviknight if it's a threat here. There's a Max coming. Okay. Who's maxing? Corviknight? Corviknight has to be fast in order to outspeed Volcarona. Wow, it is actually a Max Corviknight. Okay, so Eleki, this is modest. Astral Barrage. Do you live to Astral Barrage? Oh, you're Scarf Eleki? Or wait. Yeah, it has to be Scarf Eleki because this is max speed Calyrex. Okay. So it's Scarf on their side, so I get to knock out with Astral Barrage here on the Eliki. Yep. And then this is a single target Heat Wave, so I guess it's not too bad. I don't know why the camera's not focusing. Okay. Get the boost. Here comes a Heat Wave into the Corviknight. Not bad damage. Airstream into Volcarona or Calyrex? It's into Volcarona. Okay, Volcarona does go down here, unfortunately, but that's a pretty decent hit off into their Corviknight. They're +1 speed, I'm -1 speed. I think Calyrex still outspeeds their team, though. Like, I really do, especially with the Choice Scarf. So I'm going to go hard into my Zacian here. I feel like +1 Astral Barrage in the close combat just picks up the knock on the Corviknight. If I max here, I probably like am slower than the Corviknight because I lose my Choice Scarf boost, so I probably can't Dynamax the Calyrex. As weird as that sounds, I really don't think I can afford to. We're going to see the Urshifu come in. Oh, Dark Urshifu, okay. I bring out the Zacian. Ooh, that's kind of rough. It's not too bad, though, I think. I think I just swap here. Okay. So I can go into Weezing here, and I could Behemoth Blade the Urshifu. This Corviknight, tricky. This Behemoth Blade is not going to KO the Corviknight. I'm going to have to probably KO it outside of max, and that might not be too hard because the Corviknight is probably still slower than my Scarf Calyrex at +3 even. So I don't think it's terrible. We bring out the Weezing here. Actually, do they Sucker Punch or do they Wicked Blow? Oh, they Wicked Blow. They Wicked Blow because they don't think I'm Scarf. I should have thought about that too. They don't have to Sucker Punch if they think they're faster, but they weren't. They weren't actually. Okay. Wicked Blow comes out into the Weezing, which I'll survive. Yep. And a X Steel Spike into, okay, in the Zacian, so I'll live this. Okay. Tricky spot. Let's protect the Weezing, I guess, and Behemoth Blade. I guess I could double protect here. They're gonna retreat their Urshifu, which makes sense. They kind of do have to preserve it. Something's coming in Kyogre. Zacian of their own, right? Okay. Okay, this is tricky. They're gonna Airstream my Weezing, I imagine. Yeah, I think they're gonna Airstream my Weezing. This is not that great. Yeah, here comes the Behemoth Blade into their Zacian. That does so much damage. And Airstream me up into my Weezing slot. Perfect, okay. So if I want a chance here, I think I need to Wisp the Zacian immediately and protect my Zacian here. This is such a... I think it's going to come down to does Scarf Calyrex finish off the game. As I think Scarf Calyrex is what I have to go for. So I'll go for Will-O-Wisp into their Zacian slot and protect the target here into the Zacian. I think there should be Behemoth Blade simply in the Zacian and probably a Brave Bird in a Weezing. Then I have to bring in my Calyrex and then go for the Astral Barrage, and I have to outspeed and KO. The thing is, they look like frail Zacian, so they probably outspeed, which is the problem. So here goes Protect. Behemoth Blade does come out, yep. Unless Brave Bird doesn't knock out, which would be pretty ideal. And that's what I'm going for the Wisp, because it is my best play here anyway. Brave Bird does KO the Weezing, okay. So they get the boost. I'm actually at +2 attack with the Zacian. Astral Barrage should probably knock out the Corviknight, I imagine, at this range. Because of the recoil, yeah. So, are you max speed Zacian, or are you jolly or are you adamant? If you're jolly, you win. If you're adamant, I think you lose. So, tricky spot. Astral Barrage here. I guess I Behemoth Blade anyway. Oh, no, wait, no. I should sub in case Zacian... I don't think Zacian protects here. I think they always go on the offense, but if they do protect here, sub was the right play. Yeah, sub would have been the right play, but we're faster. Easy Calyrex, easy Scarf, easy knockout. Okay. Went for my out, and it worked out. Okay. Able to eliminate the Zacian. Oh, wait, they survived, though, with the Corviknight. Are you faster than Zacian? No, you're not. Okay, beautiful. That's... Yeah, Corviknight's pretty slow. And I assume it had bulk if it was able to take the attacks that well, I felt like. So, yeah, good thing I went for Behemoth Blade. Although, sub... No, I think Sub would have probably lost because if my Sub breaks the Iron Head, there is no point. Yeah. So I guess Behemoth Blade was the correct play then in that position. The Urshifu comes out and the game's sealed. I could Dynamax if I want to, but I'm not here to waste time. I mean, what could they do? Rock Slide, flinch me multiple times, but yeah, game's gotta be forfeited. I don't know how we won that. That Corviknight was actually a threat. That Corviknight actually took my attacks pretty well, but the thing is, it was still pretty slow outside of max. The damage output was like kind of mediocre. Oh wait, no, it was only +2. Corviknight was only a +2. Yeah, it makes sense I outspeed it because it steel spiked to 1 turn, right? If it airstreamed 3 times, it might have outsped, but with only 2, yeah, the Corviknight needs a lot of speed, and again, probably invested into bulk more. And it was able to take attacks. So, ooh, thankfully it looks like animated Zacian, which is pretty common, and then the Scarf Calyrex really coming in clutch there. Okay, interesting team. We got the Calyrex Ice Rider with the Kyogre, Hitmontop, Mimikyu, Torkoal, and Venusaur. So you got the dual weather here with Venusaur, so it should be that weather ball. And you have a pretty interesting Pokemon here in the Hitmontop, which is not what we commonly see in this format. It does get quite a few good options here. Wide Guard, I'd assume maybe Bullet Punch here to activate a policy on Calyrex in case Mimikyu goes down early. So I could definitely see some potential right there. Now, lead wise, not too sure. I'm actually thinking Calyrex plus Zacian is my lead here. I think it's probably my strongest lead here. I really like the Wheezing, but I just don't know if it's going to be so effective in this matchup. I mean, it is, right? Because the weather can get shut down immediately and the chlorophyll. I do like that combo, I think. And then Blastoise, I want to say, in the back. Or maybe Volcarona. Can this Volcarona set do well? It's Rage Powder, though. With, yeah, no Wisp. So, don't know if it's that great in this matchup. I think Blastoise is probably better. Because I like having a max Pokemon that isn't Calyrex, I think. I also have Fake Out. Oh, wait, no. Do I have Fake Out? I have Yawn Helping Hand on this set, right? Yeah, I have Yawn Helping Hand, which could be useful. Let's see how this is going to go. I don't want to bring the Wheezing here. I mean, I don't want to bring the Regigigas here because I think the Regigigas just... I don't think it, like, lead-wise, it only helps specifically against... I just feel like Mimikyu is going to be too hard to handle if I bring Regigigas because I have to lead Wheezing and I can't really shut down Mental or Mimikyu. Torkoal lead, okay. So that's cool. I lead my Calyrex plus my Zacian right off the bat. Not too bad. I think Astral Barrage into Behemoth Blade is a pretty effective play. Or I could double up the Torkoal slot with like Astral Barrage into Sacred Sword here, I'd say. That probably picks up a knockout. So this could be a really good turn. Does Shadow Sneak usually KO me? I feel like I normally live a Shadow Sneak from Mimikyu. I would say I normally do, yeah. So I'm going to go for the Astral Barrage here because I want to chip. I guess the question is, what am I doing with Zacian? I feel like I Behemoth Blade the Mimikyu slot, but if both of these Pokemon go down, how bad is it for me? Probably pretty bad. So I could double up the Torkoal, but the thing is, Torkoal could protect here and Mimikyu could attempt to Trick Room. I feel like it's really unlikely you attempt to Trick Room though against these Pokemon specifically. So you know what? I'm going to go for the Astral Barrage in close combat. Torkoal should pick up a knockout unless Torkoal's Dynamaxing here. Okay, that's not going to be the case. Looks like they go for... Okay, it looks like they stay in with both, which makes sense. I'm assuming it was probably like Heat Wave then. Okay, this is not too bad. I'm able to get a close combat off and the Torkoal eliminated, and I break the Disguise on Mimikyu. I guess the Calyrex is going to be the issue, huh? Because they're going to go into Calyrex, and then I don't have the best switches, because they're going to go for like Shadow Sneak, maybe Lance here. So that's not ideal, but maybe it's okay. Trick Room does come out, okay. I would say Lance probably comes out here. So I wonder if Blastoise can survive a hit. Yeah, this might not be that ideal because the Calyrex coming in for free is not exactly... Oh, wait, Kyogre comes out. That's an interesting option here. Okay. I didn't get... Okay, so it's probably Shell Sneak Water Spout coming out then. Okay, that makes sense too. Okay, I'm going to go Blastoise here then, and I'm going to go for the Protect, I'd say. Yeah, I like Blastoise and Protect here. Because I think keeping Calyrex and Zacian healthy is really important. So might as well just preserve them. We'll go out and Blastoise. I wish we had Fake Out. Fake Out would be so nice here. We're going to see Shadow Sneak come out into the Blastoise slot. Yep, okay. Pretty much what we expected. And Origin Pulse, not Water Spout. Interesting choice, because I don't think I had any way to really punish it, but maybe they don't have Water Spout. Maybe they're like Origin Pulse, Ice Beam, Thunder. So into the Blastoise slot, I do take it. Okay. How many turns of Trick Room are left? 3. Okay. So I want to go for a Yawn here into the Blastoise slot, I think. And I definitely want to switch out Zacian. I'm going to switch into Weezing here. The reason I want to go into Weezing is even though abilities are not going to change anything here, unless I Hydro Cannon into Mimikyu and I get in range of Torrent, I think that this is the most likely Pokemon I can sack here. So we're going to see Wisp here, actually. Into, what was the Zacian? Okay, so this might be Thunder from the Kyogre, which is okay. I get a Yawn off first, which is amazing. So I do get the Yawn into Kyogre. That's a pretty big Yawn. Thunder? Ooh, Calm Mind. Oh, so that's why. It's Calm Mind, Origin Pulse. Okay. So that's an interesting choice here. I wonder if they didn't bring the Calyrex then. Because I felt like Calyrex had a pretty good offensive position, but maybe my opponent's like, if I go Calyrex and... I mean, they could have maxed, but... maybe they were worried that like one of my Pokemon could revenge KO their Calyrex even if they max. I don't know. I think Yawn is pretty good there against the Kyogre. And yeah, now we're in a pretty solid position, I think, to just fire off a Hydro Cannon and Mimikyu. And maybe just taunt with the Weezing. Or do I protect? I could just like Dark Pulse here. What do I want to go for? Because I don't think KOing the Mimikyu is correct here. I don't think it is. I think I'm going to Dark Pulse and I think I'm going to protect. I want to get a position where I get Calyrex next to Zacian, and I think I win the game through that way. So that's what I'm going to aim for. We're going to protect our things. What? Sub Mimikyu. What? Okay, big flinch. What is... oh, okay. Sub Mimikyu. Not something you commonly see at all. We get the Kyogre fast asleep, which is nice. Don't know what else to say here. I'm going to taunt. Okay, what was the Mimikyu set? Substitute, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Sneak, Trick Room. Okay, so we can double taunt the Mimikyu. Okay, goes for Wisp to burn the Blastoise for chip. Okay, I'm going to go for Dark Pulse. Hopefully it breaks the sub and then I can cannon. I'm trying to burn the Mental Herb and the sub here. So hopefully that's going to be the case. I get Dark Pulse off into the Mimikyu. Oh, I don't break the sub. I mean, it's not that bad, assuming I get... okay, Kyogre's faster than my Weezing. That's really good to know. That means I could get a taunt off and a Mimikyu guaranteed. Yeah, Mental Herb is coming out here. Okay. So we go for a... the problem is Kyogre can wake up here, and the problem with Kyogre is it is really, really threatening. Like, +1 Kyogre is really going to threaten, although they are running out of rain turns too. It's the last turn of rain, yeah, so I think I'm okay. We got to break that sub on Mimikyu. We got to go for the taunt again into the Mimikyu slot. No other play. They can Shadow Sneak, doesn't really change that much, I think. Other than maybe Blastoise rolls on Origin Pulse, but I think that's a completely okay trade-off here. So we go for the taunt into Mimikyu. And Kyogre still asleep, which I don't know if that's useful. I do get a Dark Pulse off in the Mimikyu. Okay. I don't need to hit on Mimikyu, so I Sludge Bomb the Kyogre and I cannon, I guess, the Mimikyu slot. Yeah. Rain stops, okay. So the only way they can set up Rain is if they Dynamax the Kyogre. Although, really, this still is a pretty bad position, I think, for me. I think we go for Hydro Cannon and Mimikyu, and I think we taunt the Kyogre. I could taunt the Kyogre, or I could Sludge. Actually, no, I need Chip. Even if it's like really little Chip, thanks to the Calm Mind and the leftovers on the Kyogre, I still think I need to Chip at the end of the day. This is tough. Hey, Shadow Sneak, okay? I'm in Torrent. Wait, am I in Torrent 62? No, I'm like 1 HP out of Torrent. I already say it's fast asleep. Okay. That's unlucky for them. I get a Hydro Cannon off into the Mimikyu slot. So Mimikyu doesn't go down. Okay. Ooh, maybe I should Sludge Bomb the Mimikyu, force in whatever came in. I was just really worried about Calyrex getting KOs because I don't want Calyrex to get boosted here. I go for a Sludge Bomb, I guess, into Mimikyu. If the Kyogre Calm Minds, it's all right. It's not ideal. Maybe I should have taunted the Kyogre to prevent the Calm Minds up then Sludge Bombing. Yeah, that sounds like a better play. Because I think as bad as it sounds, I think I want Kyogre to pick up knockouts here. Shadow Sneak coming out in a Blastoise once again. Okay. And Shadow Sludge Bomb into the Mimikyu. I guess the question is, who's maxing? Because that's a big one. Okay, they wake up, go for a Calm Mind again. Now it's a +2 Kyogre. This is really scary. So, okay. Last Pokemon, this should be Calyrex, I imagine, here. Although this position's not terrible. There's like some outs I have here. It depends on the Kyogre's investment special attack, because it doesn't look like it's super high, because Blastoise took it really well, but this is a calm Blastoise too. So should be Calyrex in the back. Yeah, Calyrex in the back. We taunt the Calyrex. We go for the Yawn and the Kyogre once again, I think. I think that's always the play, because we want to prevent the Calyrex from going for Trick Room here. And if the Kyogre wants to create another setup, that's always the call. So yeah, we're going to go for the taunt here into the Calyrex. And in case it is Trick Room, and we're going to go for a Yawn into the Kyogre slot if they want to go for the Calm Mind again. Because if they Calm Mind here, it's okay. Taunt the Calyrex. Origin Pulse comes out. Okay. So double knockout. Oh, this upcoming turn. This upcoming turn I'm really nervous about. Okay, they get a crit on the Blastoise, or was it Wheezing? Either one, it's fine. Either way, it's fine. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, wait, no, Rain reactivates. That's really bad. Oh, no, that's really bad. Okay, Calyrex into Zacian, because they still have Max available. So we get Zacian in. And we have Calyrex in. Oh, this is so scary. This is so scary. Okay. So it's a +2 Kyogre that can Dynamax here, and it probably is gonna max. Oh, I have to max Phantasm here, I'm pretty sure. Does Max Phantasm Oko Calyrex? I don't think it does. Without Life Orb, at least. But it might be my only out here, I think. Yeah, I think it's my only out. And I think I need to sub, because I think Kyogre's gonna... I think my out here is KOing the Calyrex here with modest Max Phantasm. And then subbing to stall out the Kyogre's Dynamax attacks. Because I think Kyogre's Dynamaxing here. I don't think it Origin Pulses, because... I think if I Max Phantasm into a Behemoth Blade or Close Combat, they lose the game potentially. But we'll see. Maybe they decide, oh, I Dynamax the Calyrex slot. But I feel like Kyogre is more likely to Dynamax in this situation, since I think it's a safer Max Mon here. Let's see. Dynamax comes out. I think that's Kyogre's Pokeball. It looks like a Kyogre's Pokeball. I'm pretty sure you would use the blue one for the Kyogre. Okay, yeah. Okay, huge moment here. Does Calyrex pick up a knockout into their Calyrex? If not, we lose. Not much to say here. Otherwise, I do win. So, Max Phantasm into the Calyrex. Did we pick up a knockout? Let's go. Okay, that's step one. That's a huge knockout. Modest coming in clutch right here. I thought we would need the Life Orb, but... Oh, Calyrex. We get the boost, which is really nice. And sub. This is to stall out a Max Geyser turn. And if they target the Calyrex, Zacian should be able to get 2 Behemoth Blades off, and we're good. So here comes a Max Geyser. Nice. Amazing. Okay. Easy. Easy. Now we can go for... I think we go for Max Phantasm again. I could go for the Max Mindstorm for Psyshock, but I think they're going to take the KO on Calyrex now. So, yeah, we're going to go for Max Phantasm here and a sub. Yeah, we go for the Max Phantasm, we go for sub. That's always the play here. Ooh, endgame secured. The taunt was big because they couldn't protect the Calyrex. Good thing I thought about the Kyogre Dynamaxing and was able to utilize the sub correctly, because that sub really did change, I think, the game. I don't think Behemoth Blade would have put into range of Max Overgrow at +1, because the Kyogre is also at +2 special defense. So here goes Max Geisen once again. Oh, they keep targeting the Zacian. Okay, if they keep targeting the Zacian slot, I can keep targeting with the Calyrex slot. So I will keep going for Max Phantasms into the Kyogre slot, and I will keep going for sub until the Dynamax is stalled out. And that's always my play here, regardless. So Max Phantasm into Kyogre. We'll go for the sub. Oh, that Mimikyu set. I thought like sub and I didn't break the sub was detrimental, but luckily we were able to pull it out, thankfully, with the correct play. The Max Phantasm, the Kyogre here once again. Are they going to keep turning into Zacian? Because they might be forced to. And then I lock myself into Side Shock with Calyrex to win, I think. I mean, like, no matter what, I'm good, right? They keep targeting the Zacian slot. Am I actually... I can sub again, right? Yeah, I can sub again. So the Kyogre leftovers again. I mean, I'm playing this as safe as possible. Oh, Dynamax is over for my Calyrex. So my Calyrex actually finishes off the game here with Psyshock, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Psyshock should just clean up the Kyogre. I'll go for sub just in case. Actually, no. We just Psyshock in the Behemoth Blade. Yeah, we just Psyshock in the Behemoth Blade. I think we KO. Actually, I should have close combated, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Psyshock KOs because this thing's at -3 defense. Yeah. Ooh. Scarf Calyrex Dynamax for the win. And I think that was like the pretty big moment right there. I think what dictated a lot of this game was... Well, Kyogre coming in was huge, I think, because Calyrex I was really worried about getting in turn 2. Looks like my opponent was like, okay, I'll take the knockout here. Let's see what the Torkoal set was, because that might help me. It was Policy Trick Room on Calyrex, makes sense. Eject button Hitmontop. Sucker Punch to activate Policy because it also hits Lunala and Calyrex Shadow Riders, makes sense. The leftovers Calm Mind Kyogre, which was a threat. The Will-O-Wisp sub Mentaler Mimikyu, that was a interesting one. We have Sleep Powder, Weather Ball, Earth Power, Leaf Storm, and the Torkoal was... Oh, this wasn't even a threat, was it? I could have just doubled up the Mimikyu and with Astral Barrage, and the worst it could do was burn Jealousy, and it doesn't even matter because Astral Barrage Behemoth Blade did so much. Although having Zacian in the endgame was kind of clutch, I think. So, but yeah, this Torkoal set, Focus Sash. I guess it's for like all the max quakes and stuff while you can still run the max special attack. I guess. Ends up working out. Whew, I think yawning the Kyogre was big, and I think there were a few small plays that I could have done better though. I think throughout that match, I'm pretty sure that I had better opportunities. Because like I could have taunted the Kyogre, prevented the second Calm Mind. I could, because the Sludge Bomb chipped in and ended up mattering because I thought it would have done a little bit more to outside of leftovers, but yeah, it didn't even matter, I think. And then like I think maybe Sludge Bombing the Mimikyu right away was more important. Yeah, instead of like missing the KO there. So yeah, could have done that instead. And I think those were small micro plays, but ended up game plan wise. Thankfully, the Max Phantasm did KO their Calyrex, which was huge. And that is the show. Pretty strong showcasing the Volcarona. Unfortunately, didn't really get to do much in this, but I don't think we really faced too many Zacian teams, so that's understandable. Overall, I still think Regigigas Weezing is a really strong combination in Series 12. I think it's really underutilized, but it's really hard to beat because, of course, Zacian is really a common restricted. It's even more common because, like, you can run 2 restricted nows, and Zacian's like a really good pairing with everything, so it can be a little bit tough. A lot of the Calyrex also run Will-O-Wisp that we saw, so Regigigas might have a little bit of trouble, but I still think it is really powerful nonetheless. If you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, and again, you can check out the details of the team and check out Ryota down below in the description with the paste bin available. Rental code you can grab right here. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.